Hey, today's story time is about Elijah. Last week we talked about King Solomon, and that's where we're going to start today, and then we're going to see where Elijah comes into the story. You can follow along at home in 1 Kings 1 through 17. Wise King Solomon ruled God's people for many years. He followed God's law, and God blessed Solomon in many ways. Solomon even built a temple for God so that the people in his kingdom would have a place to worship God. After Solomon was no longer king, other kings came into power. Many of these kings did not believe in God, and they did not follow the laws. Instead of worshiping God, they worshiped statues made of wood and stone. Then they told the people to do the same. This made God sad. Now, one of the kings who did not worship God was named Ahab. King Ahab did not follow God's laws, and he worshiped statues instead of God. Ahab was always doing wrong things, and this made God sad and angry. So God chose a prophet named Elijah, remember that name, Elijah, to do an important job. God told Elijah to go talk to King Ahab. Elijah had to remind King Ahab about the difference between right and wrong, so Elijah went to see King Ahab as God had asked. Elijah said, "Because you have forgotten what is right, the one true God has decided there will be no rain or dew for a very long time." Elijah knew God wanted Ahab to see his power, so God wanted Ahab to follow his laws. So after he finished giving the message to the king, Elijah was kept safe by God. Since God would not let it rain for a long time, there would be very little water, and without water, the plants could not grow, and without rain, it would even be hard to find water to drink. But God took care of his prophet Elijah and said, "You must leave this land. I will show you a place where there is a brook." It's like a stream or a little river. It's a place where you could get water. And he said, "The land will not rain, but you will have water to drink from this brook." So God showed Elijah this secret place, and he said, "Do not worry, I will send birds called ravens." It's like a blackbird. It's a big blackbird. "So they will bring you food to eat." And Elijah did exactly as God told him, and he found the brook just as God said. And each morning and evening, the ravens brought him food to eat. Can you imagine having a bird bringing you food to eat and getting your water from a brook? So it had not rained for a very long time, and even the brook Elijah drank from began to dry up. Now there was no water left for him to drink, but Elijah did not worry. He trusted God, didn't he? So he knew everything would be okay. God continued to keep watch over Elijah, and God told him, "You will go to a small town, and when you get there, you'll find a woman at the city gate, and the woman will give you food to eat." So again Elijah did as he was told, and he traveled to the town, and at the gate of the town there was the woman, and Elijah asked her for a drink of water. He also asked for some bread to eat, and the woman said, "I do not have any bread, I only have a little flour and oil." Use flour and oil to make bread. So Elijah believed God's words, and he knew God would take care of them. So Elijah said, "Do not be afraid. If you do what I ask, there will be plenty of food." He told the woman at the gate exactly what to do. "First, bake me a small loaf of bread," he instructed her. "There will be enough for you to make bread for yourself and your son. God will take care of us and make sure there's enough flour and oil until it rains again." The woman believed all these things that Elijah told her, and she baked the bread. And just as Elijah had said, there was enough flour and oil to make the food for all three of them. So she used all the flour and oil that she had left, and she trusted Elijah, and she made this bread. And that was all she had left, but there was enough for the three of them. So Elijah stayed with the woman and her son, and each day God gave them food to eat. One day the woman's son got sick, and he was very ill. Suddenly the boy stopped breathing, and the woman was very sad and upset, and she said, "Elijah, why did this happen to my son?" And Elijah wanted to help. He took her son upstairs. There he prayed to God. He asked God to give the boy life again, and God heard Elijah's prayers. Elijah brought the boy back to his mother, and the woman was very happy to have her son back. The mother and son hugged each other. And then she said, "Now I know that you speak the truth. I believe your God is the true God." Well, that was our story about Elijah. Now you remember you can find this in 1 Kings 1 through 17. Have a great day. Bye.